this week's live weekly warm-up. If you were expecting one last week and didn't get it, it was because I was moving, and now I'm in my new apartment, which is very exciting, slowly unpacking, but here I am to share a warm-up with all of you, which is always a highlight of my week. So what we're going to be doing today is a technique exercise that comes from the Next Generation Clarinet Method. Just at the end of September, we finished up the Next Generation Implementation Challenge in the Quick Start Clarinet Facebook group, which was a ton of fun. And this exercise was one of the ones that people seem to do quite a bit and really enjoyed. So I wanted to share it with everybody so that you could sort of see what this exercise is all about, and especially see how to do it effectively and do it really correctly. Because with all of these warm-up exercises, as you know, it's much more about how you do it than necessarily what you're doing. So let's talk about how to do this. This one's called Pinky Practice in the book. And basically what it is we're going to practice moving our pinkies, both our right pinkies and our left pinky, on all of our pinky keys. So the way this exercise starts is it's going to alternate between G, the low G, and then sort of work your way around all of these pinky keys. So it goes G, E, G, F sharp, G, G sharp, and sort of works around. And this is similar to a finger flexibility exercise. If you've done those before, if you know how those go from the Next Generation Clarinet Method, or when I've gone over it in the live weekly warm-up before, then you know what those finger flexibility exercises are all about. And of course, it's about repetition and doing it many, many, many times so that you can really get comfortable and confident with where your pinkies are going. So that's the first measure, is G, working your way around. The next measure, we're still on G, but we're doing it with the left pinky keys. Now, when we're going from G, there's obviously maybe no left G sharp. I do have a left G sharp key. So when I'm doing it, I'll sort of demonstrate both if you have it and if you don't have it. If you don't have it, then you'll just do your E, your F sharp, your F, and then just end on G, and there's no G sharp. If you do have it, you can add in an extra G sharp at the end with your left pinky G sharp key as well. So that's the first two measures. Then from there, we go up a step and do A and work our way around the pinky keys. This is actually really important to not just do G. Doing just G is great, and it's a good place to start to get that pinky moving flexibly and independently, because none of your other fingers should be moving. But once you get up to A, then it's easy for this finger to start sort of wiggling around as your pinky is moving. You may find that you get some little squeaks or things like that if you're not landing this ring finger firmly and securely on that hole every single time. So that's another good reason to do this. Then we go up another whole step and get more fingers moving, and again, having to keep that independence. And then in the book, the exercise goes up to C. I think I'll just demonstrate up to A, just so you guys can sort of get an idea for how it goes, and get the purpose behind this. And then you could go up all the way to higher notes if you wanted to practice even more finger coordination. So let me go ahead and demonstrate this, and then I'll wrap up with a few other thoughts and tips as you do this exercise. And if you do have a left G sharp, then you can do. Moving on to A now. if you have the left G sharp. And then you can keep going up to B flat, the same pattern, C, the same pattern, even higher if you want. In the book, it just goes up to C so that you don't have to worry about coordinating your left hand, but it's not a bad idea to practice that as well, because the left hand coordination, the more fingers moving, the more practice it'll take to get that all really nicely organized. So I hope a couple things that you noticed as I was playing and demonstrating that I was going very slow. This exercise doesn't need to be fast at all. Of course, you can gradually work it up just like you can any technique exercise, but remember, we're much more interested in the quality of the finger motion and making sure that our pinkies are really moving independently and getting to the keys the way that we want, rather than just going fast and sort of haphazardly. The other thing that I hope you noticed, especially when I was doing like the A, was that this finger was just going straight up and down and not wiggling around. It's easy to get this wrist sort of involved as you're moving around, and that makes this finger land on the hole differently, and that's where you can run into some of those squeaks and things without getting that fully covered. So I hope this helps. I hope you guys enjoy working on your pinkies this week. As always, leave comments with any questions that you have about this exercise or any other questions about clarinet in general, and I'm always happy to answer those. And I challenge you to work on your pinkies this week and see what you can do to get that better independent finger motion and really good precision with all of these fingers landing on the holes perfectly while that pinky is moving on its own, both your left and right pinky. Well, thanks so much for watching. I will be back next week on Monday. Also notice the new time. Now it's going to be at 12:30 Mountain Time. So it's a little bit later than it's been in the past. I figured that'd be nicer to my new neighbors to do it a little bit later and not so early in the morning. Colleen asked what page this is in the book. So if you're in the condensed version, it's on page 28. If you're in the enlarged version or the expanded version, it's on page 40 something, I believe. Let me check. It is on page 40, exactly page 40. So page 40 in the expanded enlarged version of version 2 of the Next Generation Clarinet Method, and page 28 of the more condensed version. Excellent. So see you next week. Good luck with these pinkies this week, and have a great week of clarinet practicing.